What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. I know the Tigers have been lacking here on this channel for a little bit, so I figured I'd sit down and watch the Detroit Tigers and the Kansas City Royals today. They end up losing 3-2 in Kansas City. They dropped the first game to the Royals. Turnbull ended up ended up pitching a hell of a game to me. He went 6 innings on 4 hits, no runs, which I was surprised that Gardenhire kind of didn't put him back out there for the 7th inning at least and get a good quality start on there because I know he was kind of getting into some jams and whatnot, but again, he was kind of getting himself out of the jams there. I know it was not. I don't think he quite hit 100 pitches. I don't believe he hit that. But we're kind of going into the middle of June now. Maybe it's starting to get the Tigers to start getting the pitchers into a 100-pitch set and then try to figure out kind of where they're at. I would have put him back out for the 7th inning. I think he could have done the job there. I think he could have went the 7th inning and got probably 3 outs in that inning, and then you could have brought in your 8th and 9th inning, your 8th inning setup man, and then you could have brought out Shane Green, and you probably could end up with a win. But how it all worked out was that didn't happen. Stumpf came in, and Turnbull came in, and they kind of just killed any kind of momentum that the Tigers had, and the momentum shifted back over to the Kansas City Royals for that horrendous 8th inning. Stumpf couldn't get anybody out, and then, goodness, I cannot ever pronounce this person's name right. Alcantara, I hope I am pronouncing that right. He didn't get into the groove there until about 2 batters in, and then he got 1, 2, 3 outs in there. But like I said, the kind of momentum kind of shifted, especially with the first batter there that got the base hit. He was hell bent on going to second base, and that kind of ended up being the spark that the Kansas City Royals needed to ended up getting 2 more runs to make it a 3-2 ball game. And the Tigers can come back in the 9th and get any runs going. Then Nick Castellanos, and I believe it was Dixon and Hicks kind of converging on that ball that they kind of let flopping down into fair territory. I kind of agree with Jack Morris. Wholeheartedly agree with Jack Morris. Should have been Nick's ball. He should have called off Dixon and Hicks and kind of grabbed the ball. And there probably could have been a better play at the plate than if Hicks grabbed the ball, turned 180 degrees, and had to fire the ball to home plate. The guy probably would have scored regardless. But you're never really going to know here because the play never happened and Nick never caught the ball and did what he needed to do. So, it may have scored, may have not, may have had to play at home plate. You just kind of never know kind of what you're getting into here. But Nick Castellanos also had a home run, and Dixon also homered in the 4th to give the Tigers 2 runs. Again, kind of a reoccurring theme, like I've said in my last couple of videos, which I think has been a good 3 weeks to a month since I've done on the last Tigers video. Tigers ain't scoring any runs. You can't score any runs, you're not going to end up winning baseball games. I know that a couple of times they've scored enough runs, so they're kind of right back up to going, having a couple wins, having a couple losses, having a couple wins, having a couple losses, instead of going through that stage to where they had that big, I think it was 11-game losing streak, and they're kind of putting themselves out of contention for the AL Central, which I don't necessarily think the Tigers are going to end up winning the AL Central, but at least being a competitive team, they've kind of scratched and clawed their way out of that. There's some bad baseball going on, and you guys know how I kind of felt about that, and it was just kind of more or less simple things that could have, and it looks like they've implemented that now, simple things to tell the hitters about what to do. Now, they're still kind of chasing some balls. I noticed a couple of people are still chasing, and that's where Gardenhire and the hitting coach, McClendon, kind of need to reinforce what they've already told the guys. I don't know if they've actually told them this or not, but I'm sure that conversation has happened to kind of reinforce. Don't swing at bad pitches. You got to know what the count is and know what pitch might be coming and know what the last pitch that came had. So you kind of know what maybe the pitchers may be thinking. Cat and mouse game again. So I don't want to kind of dwell on that too much. But the big thing was the momentum shifted there. It's that the first hit in the 8th inning where the guy was hell bent on going to second base that kind of brought that spark on, and it kind of snowballed into having 2 runs, and the Tigers ended up losing here. We're going to have to wait and see how this team does tomorrow. I'm probably not going to blog about that because it's 7 o'clock, and Wednesdays are my beer stuff. So we'll probably get back to it on Thursday. Probably sit down with the Tigers, watch another game, and kind of do another kind of a post-game report here like I've kind of always done. But I'm starting to ramble on here, so I'm going to kind of wrap it up. But It is kind of is what it is. The Tigers got to put this out of their mind. Hopefully tomorrow they can get in and get another win. Tomorrow against Kansas City. Now I think it's 7 o'clock. I believe that what that time is. So, guys, let me know what you guys think of the baseball game. If you watched it, go ahead and put it down in the comments. Please consider hitting the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell notification so you guys get more videos just like this one. It's 11 o'clock. Going to bed. Guys, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces, guys. Take care.